Poetic beats. Poetic beats.
This is First GenXers.
Poetic beats. Poetic beats.
Hello all, and welcome to this week's edition of the Cheap Pop Podcast. You will notice that we are down one man, and that man is the one and only Room Scryer. Hope all is well, sir. Hope you'll be able to join us soon enough or next week. All right, so we're going to open this show as we always do with a pop culture quiz. And as we always know, I try to make these questions as challenging as possible. So let's see. This man's mind still as young as it used to be.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So, in Stargate in 1994, what is the name of the ancient Egyptian-like alien race that enslaved humanity by posing as gods? Think about it for a minute. We'll get back to it. We open up this week with one of the hottest stories this week, and it does come out of the DCU. That is the finale of Peacemaker Season 2, and the knowledge that we are for sure getting a Peacemaker Season 3. Based on this ending, it's almost a prerequisite. If they ended the series here, I would have to drive and shoot James Gunn myself. No, that is not a threat on James Gunn's life. I'm just saying, if they ended Peacemaker here, that's not fair. The finale brought us a lot of great moments. I want to say, like, it had me, I don't know. I can't sit here and say it was like super awesome because of the way it ended. But like, the way everything kind of set itself up was kind of weird to me. I expected there to be more to the storyline about Chris being in jail. I thought there would be a reoccurrence of the brother from Dimension X in the finale, but I got kind of none of those things. So, Saint, what are your thoughts on season 2 of Peacemaker as a whole, and then the events of the episode?
Well, for me, it was fucking awesome. Okay, because there were some Easter eggs that were in there, and I really liked it. And considering there was some setups, because if you made it all the way to the very end, you'll know exactly, you know exactly what it is.
Right.
You'll know exactly.
I watched it. I watched it. I didn't catch all of them, but I'll say no, not say, yeah. So season 3 has been, it is unlikely as the storylines will continue. Oh, okay. So actually, James Gunn said Peacemaker season 3 is unlikely as the storylines will be picked up with other projects. So I guess that huge finale of Chris getting thrown into salvation and left there by the evil Rick Flag
Mhm.
Senior. Well, I say is something where it's definitely putting us in a position where I guess that Peacemaker is going to make his re-debut in the DCU as opposed to just on the small screen. So, what are your thoughts on that, boss?
Well, here's the thing. So spoiler alerts were Easter eggs. So, um, for those that are heavily into DC, of course, that's like myself. Salvation is actually a planet where all of the DC villains are deposited on, and eventually it's two sides
Sorry,
to the
guys.
villains. You know what I'm saying? So that was part of it, but also too, at the very end, Economos told another joke.
Right.
While so I believe that they were doing their best to try to spring Chris
You're
to
right, Spring.
find out where to find out
Okay.
exactly where he
That
was
scene though
going.
did crack me up though because that woman was laughing. That joke wasn't that funny. Like even if you
No, it
found it
wasn't.
funny, it deserved a chuckle at best. Like I don't know about that slapping her knee, laughing out loud like that. Like yeah, I don't know. But I hope
But I
that they.
mean, it was enough. It was look, it was enough to distract her. So I mean,
Yeah, true, true.
hey, you can't beat that.
Uh, I did. The irony was not lost on me that they pointed out about Rick Flag being the one to present this as an option, being that when it was Luther who said that he wanted to do this, Rick Flag was completely against it. Uh, yeah, and let me say this: po titties, po titties. And if you watch the episode, you know what I'm talking about. Po titties. It wasn't right. That wasn't a way you want to see somebody die. Like even on Halloween, even during October in the spooky month, it wasn't a way you wanted to see somebody die.
Yeah, that was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, yeah,
To without no hesitation, like that shit right there was not cool.
yeah. No shit, no shit. And let me say this. I like Tim Meadows in this role. Like I definitely like Tim Meadows in this role. If there is a season 3 or a continuation of this storyline, and see that's the whole thing about there not is about the fact that there's most likely not going to be a season 3 is then why set up all that shit like checkmate? You know what I'm saying? Like
I think there'd probably be a season three.
yeah, like I said,
Well,
James Gunn
because
said at this point it's unlikely.
well, at least I mean, it could happen probably
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah,
along the line, but we
yeah,
do
nothing's,
know that
yeah,
introducing checkmate in there, that to me that was a classic move
yeah,
because now we know where that's going to be sitting because checkmate, if anybody knows that, checkmate is kind of like, I guess, a covert government
yeah,
ops,
yeah.
or they're
Well, look who the founders
they
are.
skate the thin line.
Yeah, look who the founders
Yeah,
are in
well, I
hardcore,
mean, Amanda
and
Waller used to
is
be.
yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
never read the comics,
Amanda
so
Waller is in the DC. Yeah, she was in the DC universe, or in the DC comics.
yeah,
She is she used to be the queen. So, they use them as pawns, kind of like the same thing with the Hellfire Club and the X-Men. So,
yeah.
kind of like they have that kind of that kind of situation. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this, sir. I know I will watch, like I said, almost anything that James Gunn does with the DCU at this point. Like I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of his work, and oh, good lord. Anyway, also I'm a fan of his work, and I'm telling you that this. If you have not watched Peacemaker season 2, go check it out. Just on a side note too, I've been rewatching Halo since they put it on Netflix because I never really got to watch season 2 when it was on Paramount Plus. And
yeah,
Netflix needs to bring that shit back
that's
for season 3.
yeah. They really need to bring that back because you know I for some reason I got sucked into it, and it's really really an awesome show, and I really would like to see a lot more of it.
100%. 100%. All right. So that takes us, well, we'll just kind of segue to our next subject, which is that because UK-based animation studio Axis Studios collapsing into administration and filing for bankruptcy, there may not be a Eyes of Wakanda season 2.
Right. Wow.
You know, like this isn't that is it's not fair. Like it's not you can't give us something that good and then just take it away. It's not fair. Like give us find some other studio to do it. Like there's got to be somebody out there who can mimic what that studio did and bring us Eyes of Wakanda season 2. And season 1 killed it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, man, it's like this, man. I don't know what the hell is going on with Hollywood and you know some of these other shows or you know what have you that have like real creative value, but all of a sudden they want to go, well, we're gonna cut you off right here, and it's a great story. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some of the best shit that's out there, but we don't sometimes get that second season, and that actually really sucks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Like I'm sorry, even though I liked what they did with Loki season 2 and how they kind of closed that series out, but I genuinely wish there would have been a Loki. I said this to somebody at one point early on. I was like, I like the story that they're telling with the Loki series. But you could have given me 5 seasons of Loki and his adventures before you gave me that overall season where it ties back into the MCU. There's so many stories to tell there, so many small stories to tell there with Loki. So like yeah, I just think that it's the same thing with Eyes of Wakanda. There's so many stories to tell in that book that come on. Can't let it end after one season. What is it? 4 episodes it was?
Yeah.
So like you can't let it end.
Definitely that.
All right, so that will take us back to the pop culture quiz. So, sir, in Stargate in 1994, what is the name of the ancient Egyptian-like alien race that enslaved humanity by posing as gods?
You know what? I'm trying to get the idea, and I know because I just watched Stargate like 2 weeks ago. What the fuck? I mean, I'm really drawing a blank here, sir.
You drawing a blank? All right. The name would be the Gaoud. The Gaoud. That's what we were looking for.
Well, damn.
It's okay. Last week, the question I had asked Dave to give us the name of Mila Jojovich's character.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the full name, like so it's like Lila La and like Dave was like, yeah, no, I could have gotten Lilo. That's about it. Like, but the name was just straight ridiculous. It wasn't something any human was going to remember. Anyway, all right, so that takes us.
Oh yeah, because wasn't there some screaming about part of that too?
I don't remember. Like I remember. Shit? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was not easy to. I tried to do it, and I gave up about halfway through. All right, so that'll take us to. our second pop culture quiz question of the day is
Okay, go ahead.
in The Matrix in 1999, what was the name of the ship captained by Morpheus? You got until the end of the segment to figure it out. We
All
open
right.
up with an article from Rich Johnston on bleedingcool.com. Jason Aaron and Kubru Ball launched Thundar, the Barbarian from Dynamite. First ever comic. Okay, so it's going to be a Thundar the Barbarian.
No, it's going to be another. It's going to be another comic book, from what I understand. I think Dynamite does most of the comic book publishing. They did one with Shaft. They did with some other ones and so forth. So yeah.
Okay. I look forward to seeing this. This looks like something that I might want to check out and read. I do most of my comic book reading on Marvel Unlimited though. So
right.
When I had the money, I bought a year's subscription. So I was like, I might as well read a year's worth of comic books, right?
Right.
All right. So next up, let's see. Evidently we are getting a sequel to a movie that I did not know people were clamoring for a sequel to. And I'm not saying that because I didn't like the movie, but I didn't know that Michael Mann's Heat 2 moves from Warner Brothers to United Artists. Leonardo DiCaprio cycling, Chris Sheridan's role, Jerry Bruckheimer and Scott Stuber producing.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts on us potentially getting a Heat 2?
Why?
I didn't know people were screaming at the top.
No,
of their
seriously,
lungs.
like it's like one of the things that Dave said is it's not what we wanted and it's not necessarily what we need at this point.
Yeah.
Like, why bother? The simple fact, the simple fact that you got Al Pacino, you got Robert De Niro, you got Val Kilmer, you got Dennis Haysbert, you got all of these people. You even have Ted Levine. You have even fucking what's his name? Danny Trejo, John Boyd. So why would you want to create or change the narrative? It was a good movie. Just leave it alone. That's not a sequel. That's not necessarily that. That's kind of like the movie Grease. We know that the first movie was awesome. The second movie wasn't necessary.
Right. Talking about Grease?
Even though,
like
it was it
Grease 2
wasn't.
was not necessary.
Yeah, it was not necessary. So Heat 2 is not necessary. It really isn't.
I think this is indicative of what I've been talking about for a long time now, which is that Hollywood has ran out of ideas. And now they're trying to go back and make sequels or continuations. They're trying to milk cows that are already skeletons. Like, it genuinely feels like that. This is why we're getting a Bad Boys 4. This is why we're getting, like they are still trying to milk these cows that they got a lot of money from back in the day.
There was a Bad Boys. You mean a Bad Boys 5? Because there've been
are we
4
getting
Bad
a 5?
Boys movies.
There's been 4,
I don't know.
but I'm just saying.
I know
in general,
that. No. Now I know we're getting.
We got a Bad Boys 4 when really the
Weapon
series.
5.
Oh no, that would. I don't know, dude. Like I said, just like with Bad Boys, like I would have been fine if the only movies we got was Bad Boys 1 and Bad Boys 2.
Right.
I'm not saying the last 2 movies have been bad movies, but it felt like they were just milking a cow that they felt they could get some money out of because of nostalgia. And they did. They made some money off of 3 and 4. But in general, I'm like, those 2 movies, storyline-wise, really didn't need to be made. 2 finished it up nice and dandy. Oh, my God. Out of nowhere, out of left field, he is the terror that flaps in the night. He is the head of the Night Shift, Inc. He is one of The Runskaya.
RKO out of nowhere.
What the hell, Dave?
Dude, I don't know what was going on. So I didn't get any Discord. My phone was not beeping. I don't know. So
Oh my God.
I am here just awaking right now.
No worries. He has risen. Here he is.
Okay,
All right.
Here I
give me just
am.
a second,
So-
fellas. Give me just
All
a
right, so
second.
we
Go
are-
ahead, Dave.
We are currently, Dave, talking about
Um,
Michael Mann's Heat 2.
Oh yeah, I'm all in for that.
Well, okay. That would be the complete opposite of what we just said, which is that the movie didn't need to be made. But go
I
ahead and
agree.
give us your side of why it should be.
I agree. It doesn't need to be made.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I don't want to see it.
Fair enough. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because
yes. Okay.
it was a great film. It kind of does suck that all the principal characters are dead. You know, Robert De Niro's character is dead. Danny Trejo's character is dead.
From the original movie?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Like it's been a while since I've seen the original movie, so
Yeah,
I
but,
don't have fond
you know, it's gosh, who is it? Why am I blanking on his name? My brain fog is strong this morning.
Al Pacino?
Al Pacino is still there, and unfortunately, Val Kilmer's dead, so he can't continue. That would have been really what would have sealed it is
Yeah.
Val Kilmer being able to continue in that role because he's the only one that got away.
Gotcha. Well, and here's another thing for you, just a thought.
Yeah.
Is what if they make it some kind of like, well, no, you can't because all the actors look too old now. It's like, what if you do like a prequel? But then I'm like, no, all the actors look too old. And it would cost way too much money to de-age them with computers.
Yeah,
and post-editing.
that's too much going on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
You
I agree.
Because I mean, let's see. At the core of Heat, that's supposed to be about thieves who can't quit.
Right.
It's their life, and they're in it, unfortunately. So
I feel you. All right, so that's going to close us out for the Heat 2 talk. And then we will move on to our next subject, which is James Gunn unveils DC's next 5 live-action movies and TV shows.
Right.
And then let's do this. Let's share that screen as always. Boom, boom, boom. And let's bring it on stage. Voila. All right. June 2026, we're looking at Supergirl.
Yep.
More of the whiny brat that is Supergirl. No.
Oh, dude. Okay, so I'm guessing that you've never personally witnessed your planet being destroyed and losing everyone that you ever knew.
No, I have not. I have not witnessed that.
Okay.
So I don't
Yeah,
understand her pain.
I'm not saying that she ain't got her problems, but
Yeah.
that cut her some slack, man. She's the only one.
right.
She's the only living person who knows what Krypton was like.
Right.
So,
True. All right, and then early
and her cousin basically got gaslit, on Earth.
True.
Yeah.
Believing he was some kind of hero. All right. So we open up with Supergirl June 26th. And early 2026 is Lanterns. I'm assuming that will be a TV show, right?
Yeah, that's the TV show. It's going on HBO Max.
My main question is, will it involve Guy Gardner?
Apparently, yes. I've heard that Nathan Fillion is in it for the long haul.
Okay. And we got Jon Stewart, so that's going to be awesome.
And Jon Stewart, yeah, it's mainly going to be Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan.
Nice.
And I think that, excuse me a sec, it sounds like it's going to be almost like it's going to be Hard Traveling Heroes almost,
Right.
where instead of Green Arrow, it's just going to be Hal and John traveling across the U.S.
All right. Next up, we got.
Clayface.
I'm assuming it'll be a Clayface movie.
Yes,
Yes.
that is just movie.
Nice.
I'm all in for that. I mean,
Yeah.
it all depends on how much, what kind of Clayface that James Gunn leans into.
Okay.
I would really love for him to do a take on the Matt Hagen Clayface, especially if it's got shades of the tragedy that Paul Dini and Bruce Timm brought in with the animated series.
Okay.
Although also Cape Crusaders Clayface with Basil Carlo as Clayface, the obsession of staying, young in an industry where you basically will age out at some point.
Yeah.
At a very young age, you age out.
All right. All right. And then next up, we have the classic untitled DC television series to be determined.
Yep.
It said, while revealing the DCU projects that are furthest into development, which also includes The Brave and the Bold, Wonder Woman, Booster Gold, and Paradise Lost, Gunn hinted that nobody knows about this mystery TV series. Says that would seem to rule out not only Booster Gold and Paradise Lost as this mystery project, but also the Mr. Miracle and Blue Beetle animated series, which is reportedly eyeing a 2026 premiere ahead of its official announcement. That said, the Blue Beetle sequel series hasn't been acknowledged by DC Studios and only reported by the trades. As such, the animated epic could still be what Gunn is referring to may even be teased as Peacemaker season 2's finale, given rumors that Blue Beetle may make a cameo in an upcoming episode.
Yeah.
And then we have Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm all in for that. I think we can agree that, Superman is top 5 superhero film of the 21st century so far. I mean, right up there, right off the bat, right up there with like Avengers Endgame and Infinity War in terms of just greatness. So I can't wait for the sequel.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like I said, I said it earlier when I was talking with Saint. Like, I am here for whatever James Gunn has to offer as far as the DCU. Let's do this. Like, let's keep rolling. Give me something to watch. Give me something to watch, and I will be there to watch it. All right.
Yeah, I guess Matthew Lillard is going to be joining the DCU. They haven't announced his role yet, but when it was first announced that he wanted to get into the DCU, I saw some things on the internet, some opinions. He would be perfect for Plastic Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the guy that whatchamacallit played in
Shaggy in live action Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying no. I know who you're talking about as far as Matthew Lillard. I'm talking about he's playing the superhero from the Flash TV series, Plastic Man, right? Was that play?
No. That was just a rumor. He's playing a villain character, so he's getting to his Scream roots.
All right. Well, all right. So our next subject up is that Spider-Man Brand New Day, you dropped this on us, revealed the return of Marvel villain after 8 years. Who would this villain be, sir?
That would be the Scorpion. Because if you remember, after Spider-Man Home, at the end credits in Spider-Man Homecoming, when they're, or was it Spider?
No, it's Homecoming. You're right.
Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming, when they're locking up the Vulture. He passes a guy, or it could have been another end credit sequence. No, it was the end credit sequence in Venom when we check in on Michael Keaton's Vulture.
Yeah.
He passes a guy in the prison, and it's Mac Gargan
Right.
in there. So we're finally getting the Scorpion in the MCU, which I'm good with, and I'm also kind of sad about. I'm good with because classic Spider-Man villain. He's the last classic Spider-Man villain to get an adaptation.
Yeah.
One of the key rogues for Spider-Man. But at the same time, after Scorpion, who we got left? And let's also not forget, like we talked about last week, that we're getting Tombstone in Brand New Day. And apparently, Tombstone and Punisher are going head to head in Brand New Day. Because, Lies Crime Lord.
Well, this says that Matt Gargan, who you've been speaking of, has already made an appearance in the MCU, like you were saying.
So then it was in Homecoming. Yeah. It wasn't in Venom.
Right. It says one of the many criminals apprehended in 2017's MCU film Spider-Man Homecoming, Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man, spots him on the deck of a large ship hoping to engage in a illegal arms deal. According to Peter, in her computer, Gargan had an extensive criminal record that includes homicide. Mac had hoped to buy some alien-derived weapons tech left over after the events of 2012's Avengers to use in his criminal enterprise. Peter, of course, interrupts the sale, leading to a fight with the Vulture that results in Mac being foiled, eventually apprehended by the authorities, and then thrown into prison. So I guess this guy's already made an appearance in the...
It was one of those, blink and you miss it, lore films.
My question,
Go on.
Well, I have a question. Actually, considering what his origins are, do you think he's going to be direct? Do you think J. Jonah Jameson is actually going to be directly involved in it this time?
We don't know. Who knows? I think that J. Jonah will be, simply because it would make sense if Adrian Toomes, Vulture, had a hand in it, but we haven't heard any word about Michael Keaton being added to the cast, and that would have exploded the internet. So all we know is that Scorpion's making an appearance. And getting to why I'm a little bit sad is, like, who's left? Who's left out of Spider-Man's A-list rogues gallery left? I mean, we're moving on down to, like.
Well, are you talking about who hasn't been shown in the MCU, or are you talking about
in the MCU?
Because I'm like he hasn't directly fought Kingpin yet.
No, but Kingpin's more of a Daredevil.
Okay,
villain.
Fair enough.
When you look at that.
Yeah, in this case.
Yeah. I can relate that. All right.
But wait a minute.
I'm saying I know that Kingpin and Spider-Man had some epic fights. But...
Oh yeah. But
he's also had some. Yeah. I got to think about it. Comics continuity. Then I look at Daredevil. Then I look at Punisher. Then I look at Spider-Man. And in those mythos. So yeah.
And that's the thing. Iron Man ran out of his A-tier rogues gallery like in a hot flash, because really, when you think about Iron Man's villains, all that's there are Ironmonger and the Mandarin, and they ain't doing comics accurate Mandarin. They didn't do it. So, which
Madam
Mask? Yeah, but she doesn't really show up all that much in the comics, And then the communist spy rings of Titanium Man's Crimson Dynamo and Unicorn. But But for Spider-Man, who's left? maybe Puma. Anyway, we've already got
Damn.
we've already got we've already got
No,
Frog
but
Man.
you know, but wait a minute, hold on. But that's you know what? That's really that's kind of fucked up because if you think about it, you really don't have a lot of Iron Man enemies.
No,
Cause
and he does it in the
yeah,
comics. It's
yeah,
all because it's
because
all industrial espionage, and Tony
Justin
always
Hammer,
has, yeah, which was
Obadiah
totally,
Stane,
yeah, and
Already
always
done them, haven't we?
Jim
what?
Moore,
I said
AIM,
the MCU has already done them, hasn't they?
Yeah,
Obadiah
yep,
yeah,
Stane and Justin
AIM,
Hammer.
and
yeah, AIM.
let's never forget that Tony is constantly threatened by his number one villain,
Tony Stark.
himself.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say Tony Stark. Yeah.
exactly. So, but yeah, so brand new day, shaping up to be a you know must watch, if even more than it was when it was announced. Um, like, well, Satan was off. We were talking about, we've already got Tombstone in here, and he's apparently going to go head to head with Punisher in
Right.
in there. So this is going to be the first time that Frank's going to be facing off against a metahuman.
Yeah,
So,
that's going to be quite interesting in the introduction. Well, they've already
That's
been
gonna be weird.
but
Well,
makes
no,
sense
wait a
too.
minute. Is it? But wait a minute. Isn't Daredevil considered to be a metahuman
Yeah, but not the kind of
and the
metahuman.
Punisher?
Yeah, not the kind of. He, Daredevil's not a villain. It was just another Marvel hero fight, and also Frank was able to get the drop on Daredevil at one point in there. Bullets are just going to bounce off
Okay,
Tombstone.
that's a given.
Yeah.
So,
That's a
all
given.
right. So now
We'll see
on
what
to the thing
Yeah.
that Saint has been wanting to talk about ever since we opened up the show, and that is Wonder Man.
Oh my
Wonder
gosh,
Man
that
trailer
trailer.
dropped. I'm gonna let you guys kick off with your thoughts. I'll be right back.
Now
Saint
look,
pointing to
You go, Saint.
okay, listen, I saw the teaser trailer, okay?
Yeah,
The
and
teaser
that's the
trailer
teaser
was
trailer.
only 30 seconds. No, because there was
Yeah.
another one yesterday.
No, yeah, they did a follow up teaser. They did a epilogue to that teaser. It's not a full trailer.
I thought, okay, hold on. So they did.
No,
So
oh
wait a
no, no,
minute.
no.
So
I
there
was
was
just
one
thinking.
of no, because there was one I saw that was supposedly released on Friday, and then there was a 2-minute one yesterday. That one
Okay,
I
I
didn't.
have not seen that 2 minute one yet. No, I
Yeah,
just saw the one that was dropped this past week, where
yeah.
the director is explaining why he's reviving Wonder Man and getting into the superhero genre. The director character. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that
the
that particular
yeah, the Werner Herzog stand-in.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's
but for those of you who haven't seen it, we're going to have the trailer up on the Facebook channel, and this is just so meta. It is so meta level. It's talking about superhero fatigue, stars signing on to superhero films, revival of old franchises, everything like that, and even getting into the concept of um, ethnic swapping characters, because apparently in this show, Wonder Man was a late 70s movie series. I mean, we already saw the posters
right,
in Guardians of the Galaxy, about Simon Williams being a real
right,
character, but apparently he was just like an action star in the 70s and 80s, um, and did the Wonder Man series. And so you've got this director, foreign director, who's basically like Werner Herzog with the serial numbers filed off, who's
right.
trying to recreate the film, or bring it back, because it was a childhood favorite of his.
Right.
And so he's trying to bring it back, update and everything like that. And apparently they're going to be, and now they're going to be casting a black actor. I don't necessarily know. Oh no, it is going to be Simon Williams because I looked at the IMDb list and Yahel Abdul Mateen the second. He's listed as Simon Williams, and
Simon
also
Williams.
yes, and we're also getting Eric Williams, aka the Grim Reaper.
Nice.
Right.
So it looks like we're keeping Simon's origin. We're just ethnic swapping from a white guy to a black guy now, and we're changing that on there. So, which would be really great because then if it's going to be the
Excuse me a
same,
second. Hang on. Go ahead.
yeah, if it's the same origin, we've got Simon Williams played by a black man who's going to be a technical, not a Tony Stark technical genius, but a tech entrepreneur who's dabbling in acting because that's what he's always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's going to be pretty interesting for the financial dynamic or for the franchise dynamic. And we're also getting Ben Kingsley back. Trevor Slattery is going to be making an appearance through apparently all 8 episodes. So yeah,
It should be worth watching.
And
now this is January 26th, right?
I guess yeah. I guess that's the official release date. All I knew that's late quarter 4 2025. So
Well, they said they pushed it back from late 2025 into January 2026.
Okay, that's fine then. Yeah, but yeah, Wonder Man is one of my low key favorite heroes in Marvel.
Nice.
Not like I like him. He's not like I don't stand him, but I like him. I when you read the I hope they really lean into the Peter David comic series because that was just so beautifully done. Just a perfect satire of comics and Hollywood and everything. So I'm really hoping that they do that.
All right. And so to close out this segment, we just got a couple of notes here. The first being that Jessica Jones has been confirmed. I know we had heard, but now it is supposedly confirmed that she will appear in the second season of the series, Daredevil Born Again.
Excellent.
Let's see.
Give me that.
Give me all of that.
Yes.
JJ, I got to go back and actually watch her. Whatchamacallit?
Her solo series.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just first season, fantastic. Second season, it was okay. It wasn't as great as the first season was, but it's still, it's better than it's better than Iron Fist season 1. Let's put it that way.
There you go. I'll say, all right. So the next thing we have coming up in the Marvel Funverse is that the list of confirmed characters that will appear in X-Men 97 Season 2.
Yeah.
Of course, we have Cyclops, Jean Grey, Professor X, Magneto, Rogue, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, Storm, Beast, Jubilee, Sunspot, Morph, Forge, Bishop, Polaris, Psylocke, Colossus, Cable, Danger, Lady Deathstrike, Havoc, Archangel, Omega Red, Sabretooth, Rachel Summers, Mother Ascani, and
Mother Ascani, yeah. So
all of those are all your confirmed.
All I care is that my 2 boys are in there. That's Beast and Colossus.
Nice.
That's all I need to know.
Well, they were in Season 1, correct?
I think so. I will hang my head in shame and say that I haven't actually watched Season 1.
Bro.
Yeah, I know. I need to catch up on everything, like from the beginning of X-Men animated series, all couple seasons of that, and then 97. That's on my to-do list.
Let's see. So your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man has been renewed for a second season set for fall 2026.
Yeah, I think that aside from the lead stumbling over the woke comments, it's been pretty good.
Sorry. But yeah. Sorry, can you repeat that last part, boss?
I think that aside from the lead tripping over the comments about the series being anti-woke in the beginning, it's been pretty good.
Nice. All right, and then they said a potential trailer leak for Avengers Doomsday May. The movie's first look may arrive in theaters, or the leak suggested the first looks of the first teaser trailer in theaters may arrive in December of this year.
Yeah, which I can't think of any Disney or Marvel release that's coming out in December. I could be wrong.
No, I don't think there's any, at least none that are right on top of my mouth.
Yeah.
Daredevil season 2 is supposedly. Oh, here it is. It says Daredevil Born Again. The series has been renewed for a third season. Its second season premieres in March of 26. Kristen will officially return as Jessica Jones in the second season.
Yeah, and that's what Matthew Lillard's character is going to be in the MCU. Is he's going to be a opponent to Kingpin. They still haven't announced what the character is, but they've said that he's going to be button heads with the Kingpin. He's going to be a bigger threat to the Kingpin than Daredevil is for some reason.
I love me some Matthew Lillard. If anybody can play the character, it's him.
And
all right.
Vinny D.
Yep. Oh, I'll say all right. And so the last subject from Marvel is this. It says Paul Bettany will return as White Vision, and James Spader will be back as Ultron in human form. This is for Vision Quest. Other returning AI characters include Jarvis, Friday, Dumb E, and Edith. The show, which follows White Vision regaining his memories but not his emotions, is slated for 2026. So this sounds like it's going to be a big year for both Marvel and DC.
Yeah, it is. And I didn't know that Dummy got added onto the list. And for those of you, the Dummy is the robotic ambulatory arm from the first Iron Man film, the one with the fire extinguisher. Yeah. So that's going to be cute.
That's great.
And all of Tony Stark's AIs in there. So we're going to have. Now it's interesting that he's going to go back to Jarvis, since Vision evolved out of Jarvis in the MCU. But Friday, who's Tony Stark, or who is the Iron Man AI after Jarvis, they installed in there. Edith is, I think, the AI that was given to Peter with the Iron Spider suit. And in his,
maybe that means he's going to make an appearance.
We'll see. We still have to answer a lot of questions regarding what's Peter's relationship with Stark Industries afterwards.
Very true.
All
right. Go on. You have anything else?
I'm thinking that we're going to get, since Tony's gone, I'm going to think that we're going to get Friday evolving into Jocasta.
Okay. What is Jocasta?
Jocasta was the female android that Ultron created to be, the bride of Ultron, but with the Wasp's mental patterns in there in the comics. So that could be pretty cool having her, because and I'm blanking on the actress's name, but let me look it up real quick. But go ahead and vamp while I'm doing internet research.
Oh no, well, I was actually about to move us into the commercial break, but
Oh,
you got something else for us?
yeah,
Go for it.
yeah. If there's no, I'll give the information afterward.
After the
But
break.
yeah, after the break. But if there's no DC, I can do. Is it okay if I do a quick review of a HBO Max project? It's not DC, but it is comics related.
Sure. We're running
Okay.
right up to commercial time. Go for it.
Okay. Really quickly, Ianu, Age of Wonders. Basically, it's an animated series that's on HBO Max based off of a black comic book about a girl in an Afro fantasy world who is the chosen one. And it's unabashedly Afro fantasy in there. It is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I highly recommend checking it out. If you're tired of every superhero, every comic book, every anime project, basically where it's more, it's about people like me, less about people like Dark Lord and the Saint. You want to see yourself reflected in there, just outside opinion, check it out. It is fantastic.
It comes with Rune Scryer's stamp of approval.
Yeah.
So, gold seal. All right. So let's get to the final. Well, Saint ain't back, but let's get to the pop culture quiz question for this. You may be able to
Let me
get
see
it.
if I can jump in. Yeah.
Yeah. We have pop culture quiz question in The Matrix 1999 film. What is the name of the ship captained by Morpheus? It is a very unique name.
Yeah.
No?
I
Nothing?
can't. Nothing
All
on
right.
me. Yeah, you got me there, bro.
The answer to the question is the Nebuchadnezzar.
That's right.
So,
Yep.
all right. So that'll do it for us for the first half of the show. Please stick with us. Even if you just tapped in, it's just about a 5-minute break, and we'll be back to talk some WWE Raw, SmackDown, and the Crown Jewel pay-per-view, which took place yesterday.
Was so good.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, y'all. That's it for us right now. We'll be back on the flip side. Peace. Oops. I always forget to do this. Now we have to sit here and wait in all the awkwardness.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my alarm, my phone. I didn't even get a Facebook Messenger.
You didn't get the ding? Well,
No,
it's all good. You still got here. Like, maybe late, but you still got here. So.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Better late than never.
There you go.
Yep.
We'll be back.
This is now versus then. This is now versus then. Get on your mark, let's go. This is now versus then. Burning up your radio, still turning up the heat with Poetic on the flow. Got you moving to the beats with the Saint as your host. Shout out the collective, hold it down, we gon' clown, that's the lesson. Where Generation X meets Generation Next, with them bangers from the east to the south to the west. Yeah, this how we do it in Sacktown. Slide to the studio, yup, it goes down. These beats gon' pound, waking the game up, told you it goes down. And this is only the intro, turn the mic on, shout out to my kinfo. Where you at, y'all? Let's get this started. Turn down for what, we about to start the party. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. This is now versus then. This is now versus then. This is now versus then. This is now versus then.
got to keep it, keep it. You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it, keep it. You got to keep it lovely. Success comes right after the struggle. I ain't even giving up on whatever I wanted. The tragedies I've seen, I can't even stomach. Most of y'all weak as shit and would've started running. Every time I make it back to the crib, I'm thankful the Most High let me see all of it. Grateful I'm lovely, and I've been real with this. Please don't judge me, I'ma stay on my shit. I'ma keep a grind mode button, push it, make it do something. No balls for me, cause I'm a loose cannon. I get to choose camera, switch it up, look up a new banner. Keep smoking on that banner.
So we're gonna get to talking some NBA free agency. Dolphins trade Jalen Ramsey. Anyway, so we'll start out with
They say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But the definition of beauty is distorted. Yeah. Come on. Searching for yourself, so insecure about the way you look, so you go to Miami. Can't find the love within yourself.
So, oops. Dave will be back with us in just a moment. So, but first, let me, while we're waiting for Dave, shout out to Be More Humble in the comment section. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it as always.
Hey, Be More.
Squad
up. What's going on, lady?
All right. So let's see. All right. So now we're on to our next pop culture quiz. Now, actually, I'm going to go ahead and give Dave just 2 more minutes here by saying we've gone through Pop Culture Corner, and now we are on to all right, we are now back with
I'll be rocking that little shit, man. That you know that.
Oh, and
it's got a nice little groove to it.
Yeah, and just to clarify, my brain freeze on the name of the actress who did Friday. It wasn't Kelly MacDonald, who I thought it was, who we know from Diane.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. What was the question?
No. This wasn't trivia. I was trying to remember because Friday, we mentioned Friday, the AI is going to be making an appearance in
Vision Quest.
In Vision Quest.
Yeah.
Okay, and I thought it was Kelly MacDonald who played Diane in Trainspotting, the teen girl who gets involved with Johnny Lee Miller's character, and also the voice of Merida from Brave. Instead, it was up-and-coming Irish actress Carrie Conway.
Becky Lynch.
No. Yeah.
No. All right. So
Yeah.
thank you for
There will be none of that.
updating us on that.
Carrie Conway, who we know from a lot of small stuff, but the most recent one that she was Farah in Skeleton Crew. So she was Fern's mom in Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew.
If you remember, the administrator who's running around like a chicken with her head cut off.
Right. All right. So thank you, Dave, for that update. For those of you who don't know, I just want to say real quick, if you're ever looking for replays of this show or the classroom, or for instance, my show KD5P on Saturdays on Live 365, you can find it at the little QR code in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. That'll lead you straight to 2KK2network.com. Just go ahead and scan the QR code. So there you go. All right. So now, gentlemen, challenge your minds, your hearts, and your souls.
Yeah.
It's a pop culture quiz. In Starship Troopers in 1997, what is the name of the militaristic organization that humanity's soldiers belong to? Give you till the end of the segment to think about it, gentlemen. Let's dive into some wrestling. Let's see. Nice. All right, so we opened up with a Monday Night Raw that saw some pretty good highlights.
It was a great lead up.
Yeah, that was part of a great lead up to the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. Punk and LA Knight defeated the Usos in the main event. These are just some of the key points. Maxine Dupree actually defeated Becky Lynch. The count in a non-title match.
Yeah, because Becky was bitching at the audience while being counted out. And Corey Graves even said, Becky, you're at 8.
And she didn't pay attention.
That was funny.
That was hilarious.
Roxanne Perez got a victory over Lyra Valkyria. Boo. Let's say Bailey, who was at ringside, Valkyria got into a brawl with Raquel Rodriguez, leading to the distraction that allowed Perez to get the win. Kairi Sane defeated Io Sky in a one-on-one match with an assist from Asuka. Dave, I like to give credit where it's due. It seems that your storyline, that your focus on Kairi Sane instead of Io Sky in the storyline was correct. So you want to give us your thoughts on that?
I was loving the crowd poster that came up where it's anime Asuka and anime Kairi, and Asuka is shouting out anime style, Kairi!
Yeah.
It's just so perfect.
It was definitely that was my sign of the week right there.
Yeah. But yeah, Raw was good. We featured,
and it came on at a normal time.
Yeah, it came on. But it was really good, solid, furthering the storylines and going in. So yeah.
All right. And then in a 6-man
does it seem a little shorter? Does it seem a little shorter now?
What, Raw?
Does it seem a little shorter now? Yeah.
It is, because they don't have to fill a full 3-hour time slot. They can run as long or as short as they need to.
Yeah.
So Raw runs about 2 hours and 30 minutes now.
Yeah.
Normally Raw starts.
It's the same. It's the same.
It's over by 6.
Yeah. It's the same time quantity of show. It's just you don't have the 30 minutes of commercials they did on USA.
I wouldn't necessarily. I would say maybe it's 30 minutes less than what they did on USA, but like they have about 5 or 10 3+ minute commercial breaks.
Well,
so it's about a half hour.
I always watch on Netflix afterwards, and so
afterwards. So yeah, you don't get
all the commercials are edited out. They still have like a quick. You can tell where the commercial break is, but
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I normally end up watching it live. But yeah, we also had Roman Reigns open the show and issue a challenge to Bronson Reed for what would eventually be an Australian street fight at Crown Jewel.
Yep.
CM Punk, of course, made his return to Raw in a segment where him, LA Knight, and Jey Uso basically argued with each other about who should be next to beat up Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And then AJ Styles addressed his upcoming Last Dance, which with a great moment, because him, Dragon Lee, and Penta defeated the Judgment Day in a 6-man tag match, which was Dom, Dom, Finn, and JD.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to he got interrupted by them before the match started, and then proceeded after the match to stand on the thing and basically say a big F you to anybody who had a criticism of the fact of him and Cena fighting in a match at Crown Jewel. And I like the way he said it, because to quote him, he said, him and Cena don't need no damn story in order for this match to mean something. And he is 100% correct. The history is already there between those two. They've had an amazing run. I believe a lot of people have been talking about that AJ Styles' last year will probably be
he announced at the Crown Jewel pre-show that 2026 is his retirement year.
So it was great. And when we get to Crown Jewel, we'll get to that match and how amazing that match was from entrance till final bell. We'll say Bailey and Lyra Valkyria continued their complex relationship as Bailey dragged Valkyria backstage after her loss. Yeah, that was kind of a weird moment there.
Yeah, it was a very weird moment. But we're getting Monday Night Raw. We're getting Lyra and Bailey versus Roxanne and Raquel.
Yes, this upcoming Monday Night Raw. So it should make for a good show. Saint, you've been kind of quiet. What are your thoughts on Monday Night Raw?
Oh my goodness, I'm just like kicking into the background, you guys, just tapping in, because I mean I'm more on the SmackDown than Raw, but when I do get the opportunity, but yeah, I'm just listening to the great commentary you guys are having today.
Yeah.
So
all right, so then we'll go ahead and kick on over to the SmackDown side of things as we're done with Raw there. Let's see. SmackDown will hit some highlights real quick with the main event being an epic showdown between Aleister Black and Damian Priest. Now, as I commented earlier, damn WWE for doing a show in Perth. I'm happy that the people. What's up, Christian 1121? Thanks for dropping by. Giving a shout out. We appreciate you. I appreciated it that you know the fans in Perth. But you know what?
Ain't that good when you gotta be up at like 5 a.m. in the morning?
I ain't never in my life woken up intentionally at 5 a.m. to watch a wrestling show, and I didn't this Friday.
You know, the only time I've ever been awake at 5 o'clock in the morning for anything is going to Disneyland.
Fair enough.
Taking the trip down.
But needless to say, SmackDown was amazing. Like I said, you had a main event between last man standing match between Damian Priest and Aleister Black that even involved Zelina Vega. We'll get to that in a minute. We had a tag team championship match that mattered, but seemed like it didn't matter at the end compared to what happened afterwards. As the MFTs terrorized SmackDown all night, wearing their GOD. For those of you who don't know, from their time in New Japan, when they were the gods of destruction, Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. They came in that gear to terrorize the tag team division and the U.S. Championship Open Challenge. Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Vaquer did a job on Julia and Kiana James, and what I thought was an amazing match. And then let's see, we had Sami Zayn face a returning Shinsuke Nakamura for the
that was nice
for United States Championship. This match is the first match of the night that ended in a no contest because the MFTs just came out and laid out everybody mid-match. They let them give us a few good moments, but yeah.
So I guess the MFTs, you know, like these guys are just
I don't know.
I like they're
I have this weird I've had this weird feeling that this is the
Solo
storyline.
and I do like the fact that Solo Sikoa is good.
Yeah. Well, I think this is the storyline we should have gotten a while back if Tongaloa didn't get hurt. Like a long time ago, like when he was out for like 6-8 months. And then when they brought him back to Tonga had to go someplace for a little bit. But now Tom is back looking yacked with the full beard too. And Tongaloa is back. And now you got the Gods of Destruction. You got I forget his name now, the big guy. And then you got JC Mateo as well.
Yeah.
And,
Was it Tongaloa, then Tomatonga? Can't get it
I
figured
saw
out.
I think it's Tala something.
yeah, Talatonga. I think it's Talatonga.
Yeah.
We also had, like I said, we had the MFTs face off with the Wyatt Six at the end of the tag team match after they had beaten the Street Profits again. My poor guys. But the crowd said it all. Holy shit! I can't wait for these two factions to face off.
I would also like to see the MFTs go up against the Vision.
I think we might get there, but I don't think it's anytime soon, being that one's on SmackDown and the other's on Raw.
Right, but I'm talking about like at PLE.
Yeah, we might get that down the road, like maybe at Survivor Series. Who knows?
Yeah.
We're a long way away from that. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre continue their feud this week, which I can't wait to see what kind of match that's going to lead up to. I wonder if they're just going to leave it as a normal match or if they're going to make it like a no holds barred or something like that, or a steel cage match.
We need something. We need something because these two dudes, it's like we already got our version of some kind of a street match, and then it's like we just need no holds barred, just throw the kitchen sink. Yeah. Last man standing.
You know Jacob Fatu will, because he's all gas.
Or falls
no
count
breaks.
anywhere.
Yes. Give us what you gave us with Aleister Black. They give us what you gave us with Damian Priest and Aleister Black. That match was amazing. Like I genuinely wish they had saved that match for a pay-per-view.
Yep.
I think it
and
would
what
have
about
been
falls
worth.
count anywhere?
Yeah, falls count anywhere works as well.
Yeah.
And we saw a backstage segment that allowed Saul Ruka and Zarya to get themselves a tag team championship match against Blissey and the lady known as Flair. So, I can't wait to see that. I don't know if it's going to be next Friday or if they're going to have it at a PLE, but it should be interesting to watch. And The Miz gave a promo where he went off and did Miz things and explained why he attacked, Carmelo Hayes the week before when he was going to challenge for the United States title. I kind of
Melo can Miz.
Melo did Miz. He's not him. He's not him. He's me. Anyway, I'll say, but anyway, so yeah, he's man. So yeah, so like I said, we can get to that. We can get to that main event that saw Damian Priest and Aleister Black beat out of each other for like 25 minutes, only for Zelina Vega to get involved. And I'm beginning to wonder: is Zelina Vega going to be a part of a growing faction with Aleister Black as the leader?
Okay. Hey, Dark Lord.
Yeah.
I know you watching the game, but just 3 words, bud. Picture in picture. Just little right down in the corner of your screen. You're not gonna have to keep looking over your shoulder like.
If I do that, then the whole computer freezes. So yeah. I'll say, all right. So our next thing here is the Crown Jewel pay-per-view from Perth, Australia. That was utterly and amazing.
Yeah, and like I said at the pre-show, AJ Styles announced that 2026 is going to be his farewell year.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Like
and
that man.
I'm speculating that in 2027 that's going to be Punk's farewell tour.
Probably, I could see it. He's getting close.
Yeah.
But let me say this about AJ Styles. I have watched AJ Styles since the days of the TNA Weekly pay-per-view. For those of you who are watching us who may not be old enough to remember, when TNA first started out as a weekly television thing, the best way that they could think of, and I consider this a brilliant idea to make money, was to charge weekly, like $9.99 for you to be able to watch their show on pay-per-view. And at that point, the main characters within TNA were Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, a very young AJ Styles, Shane, not Helms, blonde hair, I can't remember his last name. Kevin Nash had a little bit to do with it early on as well. And of course, the Jarretts. But it was something special. And out of that came a very special man that I watched wrestle once and said, wow, I want to see him wrestle in WWE. As great as that match was, I want to see him wrestle in WWE. And like 10 years later, I got my dream. And to watch him wind his career down, and we'll kick off our Crown Jewel talk with that match. John Cena versus AJ Styles, which wasn't a classic wrestling match per se, as much as it was a love letter to all the feuds and professional wrestling as a whole.
Yeah, first of all, I'm going to say it, just close nominations right now. That match was slammy. That match was instant. One of the greatest matches in the history of professional wrestling. We're talking Hulk versus Andre. And because they go in there, and John Cena even opened with class, where he gets introduced, then he hands Alicia Taylor a note, and then Alicia Taylor adds in the intro for she already introduced AJ. She adds in the intro, ending with the face that runs the place.
Oh, hold on. You got to do it justice, man. Hold on. Yeah. He hands her the note. And AJ, for setup for those of you wrestling fans out there, AJ's in his classic TNA gear.
Yep.
Right. And she opens up AJ's second introduction by saying the pure definition of total nonstop action. And then also announces him as the ace and king leader always of the Bullet Club. And then she goes into his WWE persona of the face that runs the place and gives us the AJ Styles. And the crowd, again, European crowds all year long have been putting American crowds to shame, period.
Yeah.
Sorry for American crowds, but they were loving every minute.
And so Cena and AJ square off for about a good, 5 minutes?
And the whole match was probably about 25.
Right. But what I'm saying is that, it's what you expect for about 5 minutes. Yeah. And then Cena breaks out the skull breaking finale.
The skull crushing finale, yeah.
Skull crushing finale. And from then on out, the rest of the match is the greatest finishers and submission holds of the 2000s in professional wrestling. They're using everybody. The only three moves that they didn't use that I noticed were the go to sleep, the Stone Cold Stunner, and People's Elbow. That's literally it that they missed. They're just using everyone's moves.
Well, here's the thing about it. Every one of the signature things that they used was a tribute to a wrestler that they've had a long-term feud with.
Exactly.
We'll go over the list right quick. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the list is just pull it up here. So
Okay.
the moves that AJ Styles used, he used the Coquina clutch from his feud with Samoa Joe. AJ Styles used the walls of Jericho from Chris Jericho. Frankie Kazarian's Angel Wings and Fade to Black. Christopher Daniels' Angel Wings. Shawn Michaels' Sweet Chin Music and Sting's Scorpion Death Drop were all used by AJ Styles. John Cena used the Skull Crushing Finale, which is a tribute to his feud with The Miz from WrestleMania that Miz is still talking about today. The Rusev, he used the Accolade, the Camel Clutch. Samoa Joe, he used the Coquina Clutch. So they both did a tribute to Joe. They both did a Walls of Jericho. John Cena used the Sister Abigail in a tribute to Bray Wyatt.
That shit was nice.
And then right after John hit the Sister Abigail, the entire arena in Australia, we had the Fireflies going on, and the match was still going on, and the crowd's chanting, "Thank you, Wyatt! Thank you, Wyatt!" So
and Cena also hit an RKO honoring Randy Orton, and he also used the choke slam and tombstone pile driver
from the Undertaker.
Honoring the Undertaker. So those are all of the nods to, and all of, like I said, all of the people that they did nods to tied back to their career somehow, some way.
Yeah.
You know, it made for yes.
It was epic start to finish, and it was pure class start to finish. Because Cena got the win, but AJ's he helps AJ back up,
and they hug at the end.
and he holds AJ's hand up. AJ holds John Cena's hands up. They both hold each other's hands up. They hug it out, and just the respect that was going on throughout that match was you could cut that with a knife. It was a love letter to professional wrestling for two legendary careers. And like I said, instant slammy, instant top 5 greatest matches of all time, I think.
I'm right there with you. All right. So we got 4 of
You
the
think
matches
so?
covered. Yeah, I wouldn't say, I don't know about all time, but I think definitely this year.
Okay, top 10 matches of all time. It'll fit in there.
Yeah. All right. So Bronson Reed did the unthinkable and has become only the second man to pin Roman Reigns in the past couple of years.
Did it without any interference from anyone.
Yeah. I'll say after the spear by Jey Uso.
Oh, God.
Roman
Yeah.
Reigns.
Sorry.
Yeah. Like Braun Breaker interfered on his behalf. Like, Jimmy Uso. Jey
still
Uso
engaging.
But it still took a spear from his own cousin to put Roman Reigns down.
Yeah.
And
I forgot. Braun came out to mess with Roman on the floor. Then the Uso, Jay came out to try to help his cuz out and gets involved in the ring. And because it was a street fight, no rules.
First, Braun Breaker was the first one to come out, and he split Roman Reigns in half with a spear. And then the Usos made their way out to have Roman's back. But it all backfired as the Usos ended up being the reason why Roman lost.
As Jay specifically tries to spear Bronson Reed. Bronson gets out of the way, and he ends up spearing Roman through a table, which gives Bronson the opportunity for the pin. And just one tsunami. You could tell Wade Barrett was disappointed with that. Just one tsunami on Roman and cover pin.
All right, and like I said, Roman left frustrated. It's going to be interesting to see where they're going with
you could hear in the ring on the close-up of Roman Reigns, like, I don't want to see you two until Christmas.
Yeah, that's what he tells him as he leaves the ring. I don't want to see either of y'all until Christmas. Stay the hell away from me.
Yeah.
All right, so the only other non-title or non-important match, or not non-important, but
he said not important.
I'm just saying the Crown Jewel Championship matches were the important matches. Everything else was just kind of there.
Right.
But they were all great matches. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley beat the Kabuki Warriors. Asuka and Kairi Sane in a tag team match. That was a really good tag team match.
I will agree with Wade Barrett that it was interesting to see Kairi show a little bit more of a Asuka-like killer instinct in there. But at the same time, with the lead up from Raw and the fact that it was Kairi who lost the pin to Io, Asuka's already starting to fray at the edges, and they're really ramping up the tension in there and looking like the Kabuki Wars may fracture due to Asuka.
Oh yeah, well that's I do believe that is the end goal. So,
and on that note, also, do you mind if I talk about the little backstage talk that Paul had with the Bronze?
Sure.
So after Bronson Reed beat Roman Reigns, and after a little bit, we go backstage, and Seth isn't around. Heyman's talking with the Bronze, and that was part of the Monday Night Raw backstage promo that Paul Heyman had with Seth Rollins, where Seth is trying to suss out Paul's loyalties because Cody Rhodes was getting in his mind. And, Seth was like, okay, but what happens if I lose? What's the plan going forward? And Heyman just basically said it out. It's like, well, you basically lose everything in there.
Right. Well, yeah. I think you're conflating like what he said with the Bronze.
What he said with the Bronze, and then what Seth wasn't around, and Paul Heyman said, "Hey, great job, you guys on there." Yeah. So Seth is coming up. Now there's going to come a point where Seth is going to stand up on the top ring post, waving his arms and saying, "Come on out." You're not going to move from backstage.
So we're not going to go.
Yeah. So Paul is already showing that he's got his exit plan. And
I don't think it's that Paul has his exit plan. I think it's more. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think it's more along the lines of Paul is letting him know that Seth is needing to prove himself. After the rough road that they've had recently, Seth is needing to still prove himself. And the way he was going to prove himself is by beating Cody Rhodes alone.
I think that's both. Because, Paul Heyman in the Raw segment was pushing that you have to do this on your own. And so I think it's one half tough love, and it's one half preparing the vision for the failure of Seth Rollins. And at some point, Paul Heyman's going to take the vision and walk away from Seth. So they're setting that up, I think, also.
That could be. Now let's get to those Crown Jewel matches.
Oh, yeah.
Championship matches. The first one between Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton. Now, that was a wrestling match.
Great.
Those two girls put on a hell of a show. And
great.
The correct girl actually won in it being Vaquer. I kind of had a feeling with the way they've been pushing her in general that she was going to get the W. But I'm glad that she did, because it made for an amazing match, and Tiffany Stratton proved that she could go.
Yep.
Like, she's done it a bunch of times, but a lot of people wondered if you put her in there with the girl who really has that skill, and Asuka, Stephanie Vaquer, Lyra Valkyrie, is she going to be able to hold up? And not saying anything against Nia Jax or Jay Cargill, but that's a different type of wrestling.
Yeah.
And she proved that she could go. So congratulations to Stephanie Vaquer, but thumbs up to Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last match of the night was the match we were just referring to, and that is the men's championship match. As I said a couple of weeks ago, I had a feeling that Seth was going to get this victory, and he did it on his own. But because they
With
kept
the help of the Rolex.
they kept hyping too much the fact that Cody was 3-0 against Seth. Like that was brought up in every single segment. You know what I'm saying? And so like that's what led me to believe that Seth was going to get it. And this whole Vision storyline makes no sense if Seth doesn't win.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I know. You know, you have to win this.
Which I'm not even upset. I mean, but again, I gotta criticize Seth's choice of in-ring wardrobe, where I guess he got tired of dressing like he's got Ric Flair's cast off, so he went and raided Elton John's wardrobe. I put it on my robe and wizard glasses.
Seth always has an interesting.
He dresses how he dresses like how he dresses, man.
Yeah, that was straight 70s Elton John, but with Seth adding elements of his matches against Cody Rhodes in there, because he had the Dusty Road polka dots on his legs, a couple of those in there, and it was just like.
Okay.
Seth,
all right. Sis.
Go back to your mom addressing you, Seth. Okay, because you are clearly not capable of making sartorial decisions on your own, bro.
Hey man, the kids say he has Riz. He's got the truth. Anyway, all right. So we'll move forward. Crown Jewel, ESPN gave it a B. I give it at least a B+, A-. I thought it was a great pay-per-view. But let's see. One last story for wrestling before we move on to video games. And that is WWE has announced that the Hardy Boys versus Dudley Boys for the NXT and TNA tag team titles. And just so you know, the Hardy Boys are actually 4-time champions right now. They're holding 4. They also hold the House of Glory tag team title belts. And there's another promotions tag team title belts that they're holding right now as well. But the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys will face off for the NXT and TNA tag team titles at Bound for Glory. At TNA's Bound for Glory pay-per-view. So I may be tuning in to a TNA pay-per-view real soon, because this would be worth it. This would be worth it. Plus,
just that fight alone right there with the Dudleys and the Hardys, and it's like that's just like so many past matches from the days back in WWE. So I'm looking forward to that. Like Team 3D against Team Extreme. Shit,
I'm here for it.
Let's go.
All right, so let's close the segment with the pop culture quiz question, of course. Gentlemen, in the 1997 film Starship Troopers, which I just watched like 3 weeks ago, what is the name of the militaristic organization that humanity's soldiers belong to?
Okay, is the Mobile Infantry, which is technically just the ground troops.
Right.
It's the
or the Marines or the Army.
Right, or the Marines, right. But it's the Federal Navy are the ships in there. And it's all the Federal Authority. Is the name of the total government organization. But
one for y'all and one for us. It's 1-1 going into the final question. Or what is it? 1-1? No, 2-1. I think you guys are 2-1. I don't keep track. We need an official scorekeeper. All right, but that's going to take us into our final segment. Well, not our final segment, our second. All right, let's talk some video games. And our final question of the day is, in 12 Monkeys, the 1995 film 12 Monkeys, what is the primary mission James Cole is sent back in time to accomplish? Think of your answers, gentlemen. Give them at the end of the segment. All right, so we open up with, I believe this was presented by yourself, sir. Microsoft confirms it scrapped the Xbox Game Pass discount on all games and DLC purchases, give subscribers more rewards instead.
So, having a Microsoft Xbox Game Pass does not entitle you to getting a discount on games anymore. You're just going to get more Microsoft reward points.
Well, they suck donkey dick for that. Sorry, my bad. Didn't mean to say that.
So more company script.
You know, Microsoft.
Yeah.
If I didn't like your product so much, I might just give up on you.
Yeah.
If I didn't like your project so much, I'd just give up on it because this is Microsoft just wow. Again, like I said about movies earlier, about them squeezing cows till they ain't got no milk left in them. Microsoft, you squeezing your users for as much dollars as you can.
So that would mean like
this is on top of raising the price.
No kind of discount.
No kind of
well,
discount?
you know what? Now check this out. Not necessarily because check this out. Now my actually I just got charged like the regular $19.95. I think it's pretty much the new subscribers were supposed to be
no, wait for
getting
it.
Those
wait
prices.
for it. Ours is going up to 20. If you have Game Pass Ultimate, it's going up to $29.99. Like that's a lock. It may not be happening right this moment, but it's going in. But before the end of this year, we'll all be paying $29.99.
Okay.
Now they will have Game Pass Premium.
I thought I just saw something about a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Oh,
so I have Game Pass Ultimate.
What's up? So do I.
Yeah, that's going to a total of $360 a year.
Yeah,
for you,
which is $30 a month. But yeah, they're giving us more points. Yay! Anyway. All right, Dave. The next subject.
I can afford a new outfit for my avatar, my Microsoft avatar. Yeah.
All right. So the next one is Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
Game canceled due to U.S. political climate claims report. And why is it that they're talking about doing this?
Okay. So apparently. There was a pitch for an Assassin's Creed game taking place
during the Civil War.
With the main character being a escaped slave unaliving Ku Klux Klan members. And Ubisoft said, nope, the American political climate is it's not right for that.
And I know what they're worried about. It's not they're not worried about the backlash from the fans.
Yeah.
They're not. Because I doubt there'd be much.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah.
Well,
so we won't get the new Assassin's Creed game. Go on, Saint. Speak on it.
Well, here's my thing. Okay, so Assassin's Creed is just like maybe they're just not jumping, they just don't want to dip their feet into this kind of thing yet, because that's okay, because you know what, I still have Mafia 3, and believe you me, there is a whole entire level that gets the boys in the red hoods, the white hoods, and the blue hoods while I'm sitting up there playing Painted Black.
Yeah.
And I'm going around killing these dudes in the hoods. What? Wait, and can't get no satisfaction? Rolling Stones, and I'm running them over? Man, what? That's one of my favorite things, man.
And then there is also the that DLC for Assassin's Creed Black Flag. DLC.
Yeah, I have that too. Freedom Cry. You get to liberate slaves, and you get to slice a few slave catchers, and take them out real silent, like. Again,
so if
doesn't want to fall in again. Okay,
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
I got
At the
Elaine Dupree. What?
very least, it's on the back burner. It's on the back burner at Ubisoft, and so. But my thing was, it's like I was just imagining that pitch meeting basically being um, that clip of Garrett Morris on Saturday Night Live, the Prison Follies. I'm gonna get me a shag.
Oh man. Well, hopefully one day we will get that
And
game.
I ain't even mad about that. It's like, hell yeah, I want to kill KKK members. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like I said,
uh,
if you get Mafia 3,
Yeah.
oh, we just gotta follow.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Hey, what's up, Osiris, for the raid? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Osiris728, we appreciate you. All right, we got about 20 minutes worth of show to wrap up here. Let's see. Next subject up is you can now play, or you will now be able to play 3 classic Nintendo game, or 3 classic Final Fantasy games
this year. So put it on your Christmas list. 2 things to put on your Christmas list. Is that Nintendo? They are going to be you're going to get physical chips for Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, and Final Fantasy 9. Now, 7 and 8 come in a double pack, and 9 is coming alone, standalone.
Okay.
But they're coming out for the Switch.
Now, Kevin, you haven't played 9, right?
No, 9 is the only one of those that I haven't played. I'm currently playing 8 remastered. I still haven't gotten to it yet. I need to stream to the ending of that. But yeah, I have the remake, but I've never played 9. So, but when is that going to be available? December 9th?
December 9th, yep.
My daughter has a Switch, so we'll keep an eye out for it. We'll keep an eye out for sure.
Man, why are you giving your daughter the first hit of digital crack?
Because we all deserve to hit that crack, man. We all do.
Somebody say crack. Hold up.
You all got any more of that crack?
All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and just get to some basic video game news to close out the segment. Some quick pops. Well, I'll say digital crack. I'll say Osiris blowing it up in the comment section. Thank you, sir. Let's see, guys. Another video game news this week. Battlefield 6 was released.
Mm-hmm.
Saint, I know you're a Call of Duty Battlefield type guy. I have to say this before I let you get into
I'm a Battlefield dude, okay?
All right.
Listen,
all right,
I like
on.
Call of Duty. Oh,
hold on. I'm gonna give you a moment. But I have to give credit to whoever the creators were of the commercial for Battlefield 6, where it's Morgan Wallen and Jimmy Butler and 2 other like superstar people, and they're like setting them up like they're about to walk out and play Battlefield, do all this, and all of a sudden this missile comes out of nowhere, wipes them all out. And then in comes an actual team, and they're like, "What was that, man? I don't know." And they just keep moving on, and then it goes to the gameplay. Amazing, because it's a spoof of the Call of Duty commercials where they had all kinds of superstar people playing the game. But go on, Saint, what's your thoughts on Battlefield 6?
Well, my thing is that I haven't gotten the opportunity to actually play the actual game as of yet. That is going to be a part of the upcoming budget. But I did play the beta, and the beta was excellent. And I've always been a beta, I've always been a Battlefield type of dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Call of Duty. I actually have a love for it, for Black Ops. But when it comes to that realistic war and that feeling, nothing is nothing but Battlefield.
And Battlefield,
what's up, Tech Tinkers?
Battlefield 6 is going to be complete on the physical disc.
All right.
Pop it in. No, pop it in and go. No need for online updates.
All right. I'm here for it.
But I do love the fact that players for Battlefield 6 are already using the map maker to port Call of Duty maps into Battlefield.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Like, we like this map, so we're going to go on ahead and bring it on over with us. Don't worry about it. We'll figure out the details. All right, so in other news, Little Nightmare 3 and Ghost of Yatai were released on October 2nd. So, gentlemen, I remember hearing that there had been some controversy around Ghost of Yatai. Do you guys remember what it was?
I think that the problem with Ghost of Yatai is this the one that this is the one that has Yatsuke in it?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, that's all that the controversy is for Ghost of Yatai. Well, that and a female protagonist. So it's hitting all the right buttons for certain people to complain about.
Yes, and just in video game talk, but not really. I forgot to bring up earlier that Mortal Kombat 2 has been, we already saw the trailer for that. Mortal Kombat 3 has now been confirmed as well, that movie's coming. So I'm here for it. I'm still skeptical about Carl Urban as fucking Johnny Cage, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. There's some speculation about the PlayStation 6 that PlayStation architect Mike Cammy sparked speculation about a potential fall 2027 release date for the next console on his discussion of AMD technology. So we may be looking at PlayStation 6 come fall of 2027. But here's the problem. I ain't done paying off my PlayStation 5. I still got another 30-year mortgage on that motherfucker. It's like, you want me to buy another one? They too expensive, man.
Yep.
They're gonna start costing 2,000-3,000 credits. I mean dollars, and we're not gonna be able to afford it. Okay.
We can't trade in the savings of our Microsoft reward points to buy a PlayStation.
No, man. You know what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to walk into GameStop, chop off your arm. They're gonna give you half credit for it, and you're still gonna have to come up with the rest of the money. All right, that's what's gonna happen. All right. Let's see.
52 cents on the dollar. Wait, what?
Yeah. I mean, I cannot wait. I
own my PS5 technically, just so you know. No, I'm not really paying it off.
I cannot wait for the bloodbath that's going to be Black Friday 2027. In Walmart, Best Buy, and Targets. It's going to become literal Black Friday if they get for them. Yeah.
You know what Sony should do? You know what would kill everything? Take the NFL 2K and Madden model from when 2K5 came out. NFL 2K wanted to make sure that they would outsell Madden.
Right.
So what did they do? They dropped their prices they dropped the price for the game to $19.99. So what was Madden forced to do? Drop the price of the game to $19.99. I ended up owning both specifically because they were both only $20. So why not?
Yeah.
I was just like, let's go. So what I'm suggesting PlayStation do is with the PlayStation 6, drop the price to like $200. Like right out the gate. You'll sell way more units than Xbox sells because Microsoft is so greedy that they won't drop the price. They'll still charge $1,000 for their next system.
We'll see about that because
and it's handheld. And it's a handheld too.
A lot of this gets into various corporate collusions. Like, you ever notice how your gas stations, everybody on each of the corners has the same price in there? Yeah. That's not necessarily because of competition. It's because the franchise owners actually get together and say, okay, we're all getting it pretty much from like the same source, unless we're whatever. We're all paying about the same rate for it. So what's the best that we can afford to advertise at? And they work those prices out themselves.
They just want to rape us. They just want to make us all around rapists. Sorry for anybody that may have offended. But let's see. All right, so that will, as Tech Tinker says, that will wrap up video game talk. Let's get to the answer of this pop culture quiz question, which I know is rattling around in both of your heads. But in the 1995 movie 12 Monkeys, what is the primary mission James Cole is sent back to accomplish?
Prevent the release of a virus.
There you go. You got information about the origin of the deadly virus that wiped out most of humanity.
Yep.
That is awesome. All right, so that takes us into, gentlemen, our final segment of it. Where can they find us next? Saint, why don't you go ahead and kick us off, sir? Where can we find you next?
All right. Well, just because of the simple fact that I get to have a day off tomorrow, so I am going to go on ahead and drop. I'm not sure if I'm going to do NVT Deuce or if I'm going to do NVT Fusion, but I am dropping something. I do want a little bit of gaming, but I definitely want to get onto some music, and so I'm probably going to do NVT Deuce.
There you go.
It might work.
All right.
But that'll be
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
That'll be that'll. Oh, I was gonna say that'll be before Runes Crier though, but
Okay.
trying to find out when I'm gonna start. So, and that depends on you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then RuneScribe, what you got going on over there on the night shift, sir?
Oh, I'm back in Horizon tonight, midnight Pacific time.
All right. I will be back in a little over 2 hours with Le Classroom. Me and O'Malley will be there as usual. Swab is taking this week off. So it'll just be me and O'Malley, and we'll be talking some NFL Week 6 action. We'll also be talking about the WNBA Finals with the Aces winning a championship, and as well as some basketball news and how the Warriors are starting out. Looking pretty good. So that will be tonight at 6 p.m. with the Classroom featuring this week O'Malley. And y'all be sure to join us. Other than that, gentlemen, as always, it has been an amazing pleasure. To all those that checked us out, Tech Tinkers, appreciate you blowing up our comment section, as well as Osiris728. Be more humble. Thank you for joining us earlier. We love you all. And y'all be sure to join us next week. Broadcast Sundays, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, right here on the First GenXers Twitch, YouTube, and the Double KK Double Network YouTube. Till next week, y'all. Peace.
Click, click.
Click, click.